Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video where today we're going over the top movies and shows that have released in 2023 or will be releasing in 2023 and onwards to do with dinosaurs. I've recently seen how much content has been announced for Dinosaur Media in the last few months, so it only felt right to go ahead and make this video to put all of those trailers and details in one place for you guys to look out for and enjoy. I have slightly waited on this video to see if anything else has been announced, and luckily there actually was an extra movie in recent times that has been announced to include dinosaurs. We'll get to that in just a second. Before we start this list, I just want to say that there isn't any specific order besides the order in which I wrote them down on my notes page to research and look them up. Each of these movies and shows will be dedicated to different and specific tastes, so hopefully there's one for you in this video no matter what. I'll try my best to include a trailer for these shows and movies in this video, however, I'm sure that plenty of you guys are aware of how YouTube copyright works, unfortunately. But don't worry, I will have a link to a trailer should you want to see more from that specific feature on this list. Dinosaur Media has been very vast in recent years, with only the Jurassic franchise that's been at the very top dominating this genre. But recently, it seems like this is all about to change as we move through the 2020s with more anticipation for dinosaur shows and movies. But now, I think that's enough of me talking, so why don't you go and grab some snacks as it's time to show you the best high budget dinosaur movies and shows of 2023 and onwards.
When I was a boy, I often would ask my blessed mother to tell me the histories of the gods, of their great loves and their burning hatreds, and she told me stories of paradise, Elysium, and of their places of judgment, the underworld.
To kill another is to take away their past, their present, and their future. When the time comes, you must do your duty without hesitation.
These are not my stars, and this is no afterlife. If it were, I would see my wife again. I would hold my son in my arms.
I've found in my life that a sense of loss is inescapable. Death smiles at us all in its time.
This place contains more wonders than you can dream of. Secrets that only I can unlock. Secrets meant for me alone.
Can you feel it? The balance of nature has been altered. There is someone out there who may change our fate, who could lead us out of the darkness. And yet I wonder, hunted and alone on this strange new world, will she be able to survive?
Good boy.
To start off this list, we're going down the animated route and taking a look at a brand new expanded cinematic franchise that's starting up very soon. You've most likely played the game by now, but the ARK animated series kicks off the cinematic universe. This animated series has been in the works for quite a while now, and it even features some really big names, such as Jared Butler from the Has Fallen franchise, Vin Diesel from the Fast Saga franchise, and even David Tennant from the Doctor Who franchise. There are also some other big names on there such as Russell Crowe who are on this list, and it's shaping up to be a really big thing for ARK fans. While I am writing this on the 20th of May 2023, the ARK animated series is yet to be released thus far, and its platform of choice of where to stream it is still unconfirmed. The synopsis is still yet unknown, however, we do have a slight glimpse of what to expect. What we have so far is follow survivor and protagonist Helena Walker after her initial awakening on the island. So, should it follow the same premise as the video games? You kind of know where this is going.
Lights out, old friend.
Up next, continuing this list and continuing on the ARK series, it's been confirmed that Vin Diesel is working on an ARK live action movie after doing some initial press for Fast X. While some assume that this may be some confusion with what he said, he stated that he's beginning a cinematic universe for the ARK franchise. But, with an animated series just announced and a second video game on the way, I wouldn't say it's too far-fetched to assume that a movie would be coming sometime this decade as well. However, that's as much as we know so far. No release date, no synopsis, no trailer, next to nothing besides some words from Vin Diesel himself. The Meg 2, The Trench, will be releasing in early August of 2023 in cinemas across the globe, and is set to feature dinosaurs for the first ever time in this franchise. We have recently covered this on the channel should you wish to learn more about what dinosaurs will be appearing in this movie and why they're appearing. While they won't be making a main focus of the movie, it is safe to say that the prehistoric aspect will be mixing with the modern day world in the sequel to the first movie that released back in 2018, starring Jason Statham. From what we can already tell, it seems like they are using a few Jurassic World Easter eggs as we see a Tyrannosaurus Rex enjoying its freshly caught meal in the shallow waters of the ocean, just before a Megalodon jumps out of the water, grabs the Rex and drags it into the depths of the water, something very similar to what we saw in 2015's Jurassic World.
This is Agate Springs. "20 million years ago, the beginning of the Miocene epoch. Although seemingly familiar, this is a world of wonder, mystery, and danger. From tiny rhinos, the size of dogs, to bizarre horse-like giants with claws instead of hooves, and a pig-like behemoth with jaws that could crush bone. A world forgotten to time, never seen by the eyes of man, until now. This is the incredible story of two of America's most astounding bygone beasts. Step back into an ancient world, Forgotten Bloodlines Agate. Please support us on Kickstarter, now live. This is Agate Springs, 20 million years ago, the beginning of the Miocene epoch. This savanna will one day become the Badlands of Nebraska. Not long ago, these plains were lush and heavily forested, nurtured by volcanic ash spread by wind and rain. But as the global climate begins to shift, conditions are becoming increasingly arid. This brings hardship for the native fauna. It's now the peak of the dry season, and a small group of Stenomylus gather around what remains of a rapidly shrinking watering hole. Despite appearing similar to antelope, the lanky herbivores are actually an early form of camel. These relict puddles provide a lifeline for all manner of animals. This also makes them an ideal hunting ground for predators. Daeodon, one of the few animals that benefits from the harsh conditions of the dry spell. This individual is a young male, only having recently left the care of his mother, but he's already a formidable hunter. Weakened from the heat and focused on water, the Stenomylus should be easy prey. If he can catch one, that is. But it seems even a weakened camel can outrun a Daeodon in a straight chase. Only 1 out of every 10 hunts is likely to be successful. His hunger will drive him to try again, and an animal of his size must feed soon.
Forgotten Bloodlines is the first documentary on this list that's set to hopefully release in 2024 should things go to plan. It's a photorealistic animated documentary that's ran by a small group of people that have recently successfully passed their Kickstarter target to begin major production on this show. This documentary will be focusing on the Miocene era, and more specifically on creatures such as the Meropus and the Daeodon, as they and other animals attempt to grow, survive and adapt to a changing environment. This project may be the only project on this list that needs its support from the fans, as it really is a fan-made production. However, one of the best aspects about this would easily be the narration of the great Nigel Marven. If you were like me and grew up on watching Prehistoric Park, you would understand why it's so nostalgic to hear his voice once again. Overall, while it may not be specifically focused on dinosaurs, Forgotten Bloodlines is set to be one of my most anticipated on this list.
There's something alien out there.
65 is a step in the right direction for dinosaur movies. This sci-fi inspired horror film is set 65 million years ago in the past as an alien civilization attempts to expand their way through the galaxy when suddenly Pilot Mills is caught up in the asteroid belt of our solar system, forcing him to crash land on an uncharted planet. That planet being planet Earth, 65 million years ago. Mills is tasked with rescuing Koa, the only known survivor from this plane crash, and getting them both home to safety. However, they must avoid the dangerous dinosaurs that lurk in this prehistoric Earth, as well as being time wary as the KT mass extinction event is slowly approaching the planet. 65 released back in early March of 2023 and is currently available to stream on multiple platforms such as Amazon Prime. I have a spoiler and a non-spoiler review on my channel should you wish to go ahead and get an idea of how this movie can come across, and whether or not you think it might be worth an hour and a half of your day to watch. Another untitled dinosaur movie is on the way. Whilst we don't know an incredible amount of detail about it just yet, we do know the general idea of it. This will be a big budget movie featuring actors such as Anne Hathaway, and not only that, but the movie will be set in the 1980s, giving off a Crinosaur vibe. Director David Robert Mitchell will also be at the helm of this project as he directs this new dinosaur blockbuster that's being produced by Warner Bros. Pictures and Bad Robot, two giants in the movie industry. This movie is also described to be a thrill ride that will be shot in IMAX. While we don't have the release date just yet, there is no news of this movie starting major production such as filming quite yet, so we safely assume that it is in early production and probably still in the script writing phase, meaning that I expect that this movie will possibly release in 2025 rather than 2024. Either way, I'm still incredibly excited with this movie and can't wait to see where it goes.
The astounding nature of our planet has only begun to be revealed, but there's always more to learn and more to discover. Five epic nights, 5 new worlds, filled with more adventure, more danger, and more dinosaurs. Get ready for Prehistoric Planet 2, only on Apple TV+.
By now, I'm sure that 90% of you watching this right now already know about Prehistoric Planet. Prehistoric Planet released its first documentary season back in May of 2022, just before the release of Jurassic World Dominion. It was seen as a surprise yet sudden blessing for the dinosaur community, who have been asking for something like this for a long time now. Well, recently they have announced that Season 2 will be coming to Apple TV in just a couple of days on May 22nd, 2023. Narrated by David Attenborough and produced by Jon Favreau, this is a huge fan favourite in recent times, with people already calling for a 3rd season before the 2nd season has even released. This follows a 5-night feast of different storylines and biomes to follow across the Mesozoic era as we come across dangers and love of dinosaurs from this period of Earth. Recently, back in September of 2022, I discovered a public advertisement that went seemingly under the radar. On this advertisement, it stated that there were open casting calls for an untitled animated Jurassic World TV series, and were in need of looking for voice actors that have a disability to take part in this production. This seemingly has confirmed the continuation of this franchise, as we're set to know something will be releasing soon. Unfortunately, that is as far as we have gotten about production on this project. My assumption would be that this will be releasing towards the end of 2024 and may even follow a similar pattern to what we saw for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. We have covered this on the channel twice, so if you want to check out exclusive information about this new TV show, feel free to go ahead and check out my other videos on this topic. But overall, being a Jurassic focused channel, I'm entirely delighted with this news and I'm highly anticipating it to be a favourite of mine. But for now, we just have to sit back and wait for more news to be released. And last but not least on this list, we have Dinosaur Superworld, which is a Japanese-American documentary that follows the life of dinosaurs. Also going by the name of Amazing Dino World in the West, this documentary is available in both Japanese and English. The first season released back in 2018, with the second one releasing this year in 2023. While it is slightly difficult to find exact information about this project, it does seem like this will eventually be available to watch on Amazon Prime sometime later this year, and is set to release with 2 episodes in the same way that the first season did. Not much is currently known, but hopefully it'll be a little bit of fun to watch. And there we have it, all of the top dinosaur shows and movies that we know of so far that will be releasing in 2023 and onwards. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you think I happen to have missed any at any given moment, then please feel free to share other productions that you know of down below in the comments. While I am fully aware that there are new Jurassic World movies currently in some kind of development, I opted to stay away from this franchise for the time being until we know exactly what this new movie will be about, just to give a little bit of a spotlight to the lesser known productions going on around the world. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to leave a like, and don't forget to also subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. But most importantly, all I ask for from you guys today is to make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you, did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.